Okay, thank you. Our guests have arrived and are seated. This is the moment that I've been waiting for. I just began greeting our audience here present and those that are joining us online, and I was thanking them, at least those that made it here on time and earlier. The reasons that I got for the early arrival is that people were trying to beat traffic, but I think people were just rushing to get a good seat in the event space. And for those of you that are joining us online, thank you so much for joining us online. I know some of you had logged in early as well, also in a bit to beat the internet traffic. But we thank you all for joining on time, and we will begin our program now. And to do that, I'm going to hand over to Lillian to just give us the opening remarks, and then she will take us through from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. Don't go too far. It sounds like you've handed over your director of ceremonyship to me. Okay, so good morning, everyone. My role today really is to welcome everyone here today. I think firstly, I would like to acknowledge Minister Coventry. It's always such a pleasure to have you here at 825. We are always so excited as we actually took off on this journey together with you. You were here when we launched 825, and you have been present within 825 with each milestone that we've taken around 825. So this is once again another milestone we are taking today as we launch some of the first startups that were incubated within 825 Innovation Hub. I would like to also acknowledge our group CEO, Matsekete, who makes this all possible. Obviously, if we don't get the support from Sam, he's the one who signs the big checks that we need here and who signs off on the programs, this would all not be possible. So we really do acknowledge the support that we get from our main principal, Sam. Thank you so much, and glad to have you in the Innovation Hub. I also would like to acknowledge Mr. Mashinya, who is also our boss. So the function that runs with 825 falls under his cluster, and he is our boss. So thank you so much, Mr. Mashinya. He is always there to facilitate, us with anything that we need and all the things that, we are launching here within the hub. And then I would like to acknowledge some of the visitors we have here today. Firstly, Dr. Line, who is not a visitor, he's our partner in the Innovation Hub. As you know, we work with Udugu in running the Innovation Hub and the programs that we have in the Innovation Hub. We also have Roland Davis. Thank you. You're always here to support us, our partner in our Value Creation Challenge. The Value Creation Challenge. Which, actually we launched the Value Creation Challenge even before we launched the hub. So, that was really the first program we really kicked off as we started, entering this space within 825. So Roland, who is the country director for British Council, he has always, been present in the journey that we have taken in 825. I would like to also acknowledge all the, the other guests who are here today. The representatives from the ministries, from the SME associations, and then also the EXCO members who are here today. And most importantly, I would like to really welcome, our partners in the hub, the entrepreneurs that we're working with on a daily basis in the hub, and startups that we're working with in the hub, and those that, that have participated in the first incubation program, and those that are launching to the market today. It's a very, very exciting milestone for us. And, thank you so much for walking this path with us, for learning with us. And, obviously, we will be interacting with you, hearing more about what you are doing, and looking at any other areas of collaboration, support, and any other opportunities that we have together. And most importantly, I think we really wish you well as you launch out into the market. So without spending too much more time, I would like to hand back over to Patrick so that he can run with the rest of the program. Patrick, over to you.
Thank you, Lillian, for the beautiful welcome remarks and for welcoming our guests. Nothing has been left to chance. And for those of us present in this room, I mean, we are all familiar with the housekeeping rules. We all know where the facilities are. I know this is one thing that I probably should have done before I called Lillian. And for those of you that are joining us online, if you need to use the facilities, just walk down the hallway, and it's the first door to your left. And I also wouldn't want to waste much of our time. I know we've got very limited time with our Honourable Minister, and I'd like to call upon our Group Chief Executive Officer now to give us his remarks.
Okay, I had to come up here with the mask, so. All right. It's an exciting morning, an interesting morning. Honourable Minister of Youth, Sports, Arts and Recreation, Honourable Kirsty Coventry, government officials here present. We are also graced by the presence of the Country Director for the British Council, Mr. Roland Davis. And we've got representatives from other organizations. I saw Mr. Mtambaningwe, who is has been associated for quite some time with the development of the small and micro businesses. He is from the SME Association. We have our partner, Dr. Line, a friend who is also, very committed to the development of startups and the development of youths. Colleagues from Old Mutual, members of the Group Exco, management and staff, and some of our colleagues and viewers that are on the online platforms. It's indeed a very good morning and a very exciting moment to be here, back here at the Innovation Hub. For most of us, I was saying to Honourable Minister, we should probably stop calling you our guest, and because effectively you are now part of us. She has been available to support us, on the journey, the various milestones that we've achieved from the launch of the hub. She has also been keeping a very keen interest in the background to know, the progress that we are registering. So we really feel very well supported, very strongly supported. Thank you very much for that support. You see, when we gather here today, we are gathering to celebrate a milestone. We are gathering to also offer support the way we have been supported in our various spaces to those that we celebrate and partner with in this hub. It is a time that we say, as Old Mutual, we are putting out there something also tangible in our humble ways that demonstrates the commitment we have to the development of the communities that we serve. At Old Mutual, we talk about impacting lives. We talk about creating positive futures, which means that everyone that's looking for something better, somebody is looking to develop in whatever area of their life, we would seek to support that individual. We also talk about promoting startups, promoting businesses, partnering them at whatever stage of the development cycle that they are in. And so it actually adds to the excitement that we have as Old Mutual. The hub was launched with the purpose to partner those that are seeking to develop their ideas, make them real life, ventures, develop those ventures into businesses, grow them even into the big businesses that we see. Every long journey starts with the first step. Every big business starts from somewhere, starts from an idea, a small business that gets support from various stakeholders and grows. And so it gives us pride in a way that we are partnering in today, celebrating ideas that were incubated, became real-life experiences of entrepreneurial skills being applied, and a business venture being created and now being launched so it can have now the experience of growing into the next trajectory. Entrepreneurs will always say, I know that we normally say starting is more difficult in whatever we want to do, but just get started. I've been encouraged that way oftentimes. You have an idea, it's a good idea, just get started. You get support, be disciplined about it, and you will succeed. But I've also heard entrepreneurs say, our challenge sometimes is not starting, because we will always have the ideas and we start, but somehow, sustaining it, getting it to shape up and become a real business venture is our challenge. And we think what we're celebrating here today is really the success of entrepreneurs that managed to start. They really converted whatever support they got into the success we're celebrating today, getting to really now officially launch those ventures. So this hub, from the time that it was launched as Eight2Five Innovation Hub, it has impacted over 800 entrepreneurs that have walked through, these doors, these very same doors, to come and access whatever we offer by way of support to those entrepreneurs. We have also impacted a further 10,000 people through interactions and participation in various programs delivered on the online platforms. The Value Creation Challenge that Patrick referred to and Lillian referred to, which we are really also proudly associated with the British Council on, is one of the programs that has been consistently, continuously run from this hub. The Entrepreneurs and Startup Meetup and the Pitch Perfect program are among some of the programs that we've run from this Innovation Hub. The incubation program as a theme, just generally, will probably be the proof point for the Eight2Five Hub across all the programs that we run. So over and above the programming that I've just alluded to, selected startups have enrolled for business incubation, and today we are gathered to celebrate the launch of 4 startups that have completed the incubation and are ready for the market. I think just that, milestone of being ready for the market deserves a round of applause. Because finishing is important, and getting to see what you've been working towards being realized is a real celebration indeed. So the business incubation program equipped the startups with business skills and assisted those startups with market linkages. We leveraged Old Mutual's networks, both internally and externally. Internally, through some of the colleagues from within the Old Mutual business coming in, volunteering their time to come and share experiences with the beneficiaries that we are here to celebrate. So today we are proud to launch the 4 tech startups from different industries, and these are namely education, finance, commerce, and construction. Coincidentally, these are all industry that Old Mutual has an interest in. So, but I shouldn't suggest that we influenced, we influence them. But we are proud that we can also say, even within our own industries, there is mentorship of businesses to come in. They will certainly become competitors, some of them, and we'll be happy to be competing within the industry. This launch reflects the Eight2Five's commitment to innovation and collaboration, and we look forward to not only launching more startups, indeed we ought to launch more startups, but more than that, in the near future, we would like to nurture the next multi-million-dollar unicorn. And we would like to say, it all started at our hub. when we look at those, and maybe they're actually amongst these 4. So when we look at these milestones that we achieve as Old Mutual, we place them again within the context of how we are so, committed to positively impacting the communities that we operate in. We believe that in these startups that we are launching today, we are creating partners also in furthering the agenda of impacting the communities we serve positively. To the startups that have made it this far, this is just the launch. The rest of the journey lies ahead. You're getting into a new phase. You will, no doubt, still enjoy support the way you were being supported here, but you will also face challenges that are different from the challenges that you were facing when you were under incubation. But that's the journey that all organizations enjoy to look back at as they reflect on the milestones they would have achieved. Be good corporate citizens as you grow your business ventures. Be responsible in how you run the businesses, whether it's in the way you operate, the way you transact. Part of creating positive impacts on societies is to do things the right way. And we are looking for role models that can venture into their businesses and do business the right way. We would continue to be associated with you if we are of that same belief. And so I think it's very important that you also seek to impact the communities you will serve positively. I would like to just end here and say congratulations to those 4 startups that we are celebrating today, this morning. And congratulations also to those that supported and contributed to this milestone being achieved. Well done, and all the best into the future of your businesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam, for the remarks that you have given, and particularly for the charge that you've also given to the startups. I think they need to take that up as a challenge because the journey going forward is not going to be an easy one. It wasn't easy when we started. It's not going to be easy going forward. But without taking up much time as well, I'm going to invite the Honourable Minister to come up front for her remarks as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Patrick, or big brother, little brother, my youthie. Thank you. Good morning to all of you. You know what? One of my favorite things about coming back to the 8-to-5 Hub is the informal formalities. I love how everyone's on first name basis, although I have tried to get most of you to call me Kirsty and I haven't quite succeeded, but I love, and I'm going to explain why I love it after I've said hello and done the sort of salutations, but there's something to be said about how I have watched this entire team and the Old Mutual team greet each other by first name, and it's not because there's less respect. It's most of the time because there's more respect, and so I just love it. I really admire it, and I think that's why this hub is being so successful. It's because young people can come up to you and say, "Hey Sam, hey Zaya, Lillian, Patrick, Roland, what do I do, Doc?" And for youth, that's really important. It's really important for us and for young people to feel comfortable. And sometimes formalities make it very scary. And so I just want to say, yeah, I think it's awesome. So obviously to our group CEO of Old Mutual, Sam, to our COO, Isaiah, Head of Marketing, Lillian and your team, all of the Old Mutual executives, to our Country Director of the British Council, Roland, to all the other representatives from the Council, welcome. To all of the other development partners, welcome. To Doc, Indugdu Institute, thank you for being here and being with us. To the CEO of SMEs Farai, to all of our other government representatives, to my ministry representatives, to our Zimbabwe Youth Council, to Zimra, And of course, the reason that we're here, to all of our young entrepreneurs that have made us so proud. It is really exciting. You've heard already from Lillian and from Sam of all the different milestones that 8to5 has taken. And I've been fortunate enough to be a part of that journey. And it really has made me so proud. And now to be at this next milestone where you're launching. It's exciting. I can imagine maybe it's a little bit scary, but it's really exciting. And I think for Old Mutual, for the family at Old Mutual, for the development partners, for myself, it's just exciting to see that this concept works. And as I said, I really believe that this concept is working because everyone can feel at home. And no one is afraid to come up to any of you as head executives and say, hey, what do I do here? And you've created that environment. And I just want to say thank you. It really is a very special environment and a very unique environment. So I hope that it continues. The startups that are launching, just incredible. It's been really great to watch you grow. And to grow into launching into the market. I wanted to share a more of a personal story with you. I think Patrick alluded to it, that this is the start and it's not going to be easy. It might even be more difficult. And that story that I wanted to share with you was when I was still competing, which now seems like a very long time ago. Actually, someone reminded me the other day and I was like, wait, that was 18 years ago? Oof, I'm getting old. But it was in and around, it was 2008, and I was having a really tough training period. It'd come through Christmas. I hadn't been able to come home and was really, there's no better words, I just sucked. My times were sucky. I was getting beaten in swim meets where I should not have been beaten. And I remember I got out of practice. I'd had a terrible practice. And I got out of practice and I went and sat in the hot tub. We would do hot tub, and then you go and try and attempt to sit in a cold bath, which was just the most awful thing ever, with ice to help your body recover. And at that stage, I was already becoming an older athlete in 2008. So now I would be like geriatric, I think. And my coach could see that, yeah, I was very upset and I wasn't talking to anyone. And, she came over and she just sort of reminded me of the goal. And this was January, and the goal was the Olympic Games in July, August, and to just stay on that path. And she asked me, she's like, what can you learn from today? And I was like, nothing, I suck. And she's like, no, I know you're frustrated. I know you've had 2 weeks of completely sucking, but what can you learn? And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, well, what was going wrong in the pool? And I'm like, my turns, my this, my that. And she's like, okay, so let's work on that. And when you come in tomorrow, just focus on your turns. So I came back the next day and we just focused on that. And my times were a little bit better. And each day we worked on something specific. And that became the target, not the end. Because you'll find yourselves at certain points of this journey knowing where you want to go, but it just seems so far. And that can really get frustrating. And so when you find yourself in that moment, just reflect, stop, bring yourself back and say, right, what is it that I can do today that's going to help me get to that end point? And 6 months down the line, I won my second gold medal. So it works. But this journey won't be easy. And I actually hope that it's not easy, because my journey was not easy, but it made the victory even sweeter. It made celebrating with my family, coming back to Zimbabwe, celebrating with all of the Zimbabweans, with all of you, sweeter. It made it feel better because I had picked myself up, dusted it off, and got back on that horse, essentially, and made it made it work. So it isn't going to be easy, but the end result is incredible. So stick with it. But don't, obviously have that end goal in sight, but don't get solely focused on that end goal. Enjoy the journey and enjoy those challenges and enjoy those ups and downs, because they will come. They come at all of us at all different times. But just know that you have incredible ideas, incredible teams around you, this team around you, and embrace that and have self-belief. These 4 companies, along with the other companies that are here, you're here for a reason. You know, you've been identified and you have something special. So don't ever forget that. As hard as the journey gets, don't ever forget that very important piece of what makes us human, is that you are special and that you have something to give and share to the world. And how cool is it going to be when one day one of or all of your companies are globally recognized and we're all sitting here going, yes, that was from 8 to 5. We'll be having our own little party, so don't forget about us, okay? Don't forget where you came from. Make sure you come back and celebrate with all of us. And yeah, just enjoy it. But really, enjoy today. Enjoy what this means for your journey. Give recognition to all of those people that have helped you get to this point. And also remember to give back. It's really important to take people with you on this journey. You are launching these businesses, and overnight you are becoming role models for hundreds of thousands of other Zimbabweans that want this opportunity. So don't ever forget that. My other little story and a little piece of advice that I want to share with you is I was listening to a former NBA player speak, and he was talking about being good role models. And when you are given an opportunity in your life to be a leader, you don't get the choice to be a role model. You become a role model. That's what being given leadership roles in your companies, at home, in schools, in your work environment. You only have the choice of whether or not you are going to be a good role model or a bad one. So live by making good choices. Live by knowing that you have just become role models to thousands of little kids around this country that want hope, that want to be inspired. And make sure that you're making good choices, not just for yourselves, but for them. And then we really will have a full circle of ensuring that we are not just helping all of you, but helping inspire other young people around the country. And it comes full circle. So I guess my words of wisdom are, don't be scared of those challenges. Take them on. Believe in yourselves, because we all do. Stand up when you get beaten down, because it's sometimes sweeter when you finally win or get past that objective. And be good role models. Inspire our youth, and let's build Zimbabwe to the country that we know it can be and that we all want it to be for our future generations. So congratulations to e-exam, Everything Zimbabwe, Taxpal, and Zezuru, right? Did I pronounce it right? Oh, I'm so excited. See, look at that. I learn something new every day. But I'm so proud of all of you. And this goes without saying, but I will continue to support the 8 to 5 Hub. Thank you to Old Mutual for believing in our youth. And not just believing, but giving them the platform. And not just the platform, but then following up with that and giving them all the little things they need to succeed. All the different programs that you've given all of these young entrepreneurs an opportunity, you've given to them because you know what they need to succeed. All those little tools and those skills. And to the development partners and to the British Council, Roland, thank you. It takes a team, it takes an army, it takes a village, And this is a really exciting village to be a part of. So thank you to everyone, and congratulations. Really excited to see where you all go on your next part of the journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister Coventry. I know you said we can work with the first names. It's a bit difficult, but we'll get used to it. Now, as yes, when the cameras are off. As Nate prepares to come forward to just give us one musical piece, there's a story that I just wanted to tell you, well, an incident that occurred last week as we attended the National Youth Business Expo at the ZITF. Just after we had finished the exhibitions in the hall, I walked out of the building, and there was a vehicle that was parked. And because of the nature of I won't tell you what kind of a vehicle it was, but because of the nature of the vehicle, I thought it was a noisy one. So in my mind, I'm thinking, who's this driving a noisy car? Except that I wasn't just thinking it, I actually said it. And then the minister was behind me, and she said, it's me. Now, I looked at her, and I looked at the car, and I had no comeback for that. I couldn't say anything, so I froze. So I thought, let me just get the door for her. Unfortunately, the door was opened, and I couldn't do that, so I walked away. But, Minister, what I didn't get the chance to tell you was that the car was not noisy. I did not hear you drive off. I just thought I'll say that, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to do so now. Nate? Over to you. So we'll have one musical piece from Nate before we get into the presentations from the entrepreneurs that we are launching today.
Buhlala nami undivisa kabuhlungu nendlela ondiphethe ngayo ubusabalele. I'm sorry my baby, ndicela uxolo, ndikuxolele my baby, you didn't mean it. I'm sorry my baby, ndicela uxolo, ndikuxolele my baby, you didn't mean it. Nisakuthanda na awe ubusabalele awe ubusabalele awe ubusabalele awe ubusabalele. Yao, 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 indlela ohamba ngayo, ohleka ngayo, othetha ngayo, awu ngolungo lwakho, he's my African man. Noma nabeka idayimani phambi kwami, othandekhethe ndihamba nawe, ndihamba nawe, kwasa kwalula kukuthanda, you're so easy to love. Oh, Ukwazi kwalula kukuthanda, yeah. You're so easy to love. Ukwazi kwalula kukuthanda. You're so easy to love. Ukwazi kwalula kukuthanda. You're so easy to love, so easy to love, so easy to love, so easy to love, so easy to love. Oh, you're so easy to love, so easy to love. Oh, yeah. Lovey, wammy, honey, wammy, lovey, wammy. You're so easy to love, honey, wammy, lovey, wammy, honey, wammy, yeah. I need to speak to Charlotte, I need to talk to Charlotte, I need to speak to Charlotte. We don't need you, Charlotte. I need to speak to Charlotte, I need to talk to Charlotte, I need to speak to Charlotte. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Nate, for the musical piece that you just gave us. How many of us love the songs that she sang? I know we've heard them before. How many of us understand what she was singing? I know, but music is a language that we all understand, right? Now, thank you so much, Nate, for that. We will be getting into the presentations now from the 4 startups that we are launching, beginning with e-exam. I'll ask the e-exam team to just come to the front. I know there's going to be a video that's playing. Then we're just going to have a product demo. And then we're just going to invite 1 or 2 questions before we go into the next presentation that's going to be made. And for those of you that are in this room, it might seem like we're rushing everything just to beat time. No, we are not. Everything is going according to plan. And we're just moving at this pace to keep the interest of those of us that are joining online. I know the concentration span of people online can be quite limited, especially if things start moving slowly. So we're moving at the right pace for our online viewers. E-exam, could you just come to the front? You could just take the stand there as the video plays. Thank you. So we can begin this is the exciting part of the program today.
Preparatory platform to help students prepare, master, and ace their next crucial exams. Imagine a world where we have enough data to help students, parents, teachers, and even governments to discover talent, human capital development, and make key educational decisions. E-exam is a 100% digital product with a potential to scale as we push our smart learning and human capital development for a better Africa, making use of artificial intelligence, machine learning accessible to everyone in the education system. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. We'll get into the product demo video if there is one. Otherwise, I'm just going to hand over to the team lead to just take us through how it works.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming. So I'm going to walk you through the product demo for e-exam. completed, also showing the analytics of the percentage this student has been getting. So we have different types of examinations covering from grade 7 O-level, A-level, and also professional courses. So we have two types of examinations. The first one is the revision. So when a student picks an answer, if it's wrong, it also highlights and shows the correct answer. So the second type of questions that we have is an exam simulation. So this is like a real exam environment. So here, a student can take an exam, and then they'll get a score or a grading at the end of an examination. When a student is completing an exam, they'll get their grading and their score. And at the bottom, the detailed analytics on the areas that they need to improve. They also have an option to download a report and send it to their teacher or to someone who's also helping with their learning.
Thank you so much for the presentation. I'll allow the audience or anyone that has a question to ask. Just two questions for the team in fairness. I know this is not an easy moment. No matter how many times we rehearsed this, the guys are still under pressure. So I've got a question here.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much. I think the presentation ran faster than you and you had to play catch up.
Yeah.
But that's okay. How do you make sure that the answers are correct so that the assessment is accurate? We used to have those textbooks that had answers at the end, and some of the times the answers were patently wrong.
Yeah, that's a good one. So we're working with teachers, especially teachers that have students that are sitting for their final examinations. So they help us to cross-check the content and make sure everything is okay. And also when we are feeding information to our platform, we have got a 3-step verification process to check and make sure that everything is okay. So that's how we deal with that.
Thank you very much for sharing such an innovative program. I'm with UNICEF, and we are supporting the Learning Passport. And I'm thinking, how can we link this innovation to the Learning Passport? Because the Learning Passport is really providing resource materials, and now this is looking at exams. So maybe if we can talk after just to see how we can strengthen linkages. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
I think the linkages have been strengthened already. Could I have a mic?
Thank you. Well done. So how do we gain access? How are you going to be promoting and marketing? How do students get to know about you? Can it be used, just on limited data? And, how does everyone get access?
All right, so that's a good question. So far we have, that's a good question. So far we have a web platform. So it's www.e-exam.io. So students can go there and then sign up and then start accessing the content. And then in the future, we are also working on an offline app to also reach out to students in remote areas where they do not have access to internet. They only have to connect once a month so that they will have recent data. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you so much, e-exam team. You could just take your seat. Is it for free?
Okay, so we have a free tier and also paid. So it's only $10 a month per student.
Yeah. If this is going to be the...
I'm going to trial it. I've got someone who read it.
Awesome. If this is going to be the trend, I think I might as well allow 4 questions to each team that's going to happen. Thank you so much, e-exam team. Thank you to UNICEF. I think the conversations can begin. You're sitting close to each other. We'll also make an appeal to the Honourable Minister for her colleagues in the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education. I know there's still a lot that has to be done on the platform to make it convenient for everyone else to access. Could I have everything Zimbabwean coming forth? Thank you.
Everything continues to change. It has gone online. It is even more exciting to let you know that Zimbabwe is no longer the same anymore. If you didn't know, you've also changed. You've gone online, and Zimbabwe is going online. Today, let us talk a little bit more about buying it and selling it the easy way. But before I get into that, let me take you back a bit. It is very difficult to find products and services to buy online in Zimbabwe, especially if you're not part of a WhatsApp or Facebook group that is actually dealing in buying and selling, or you don't have a runner that is giving you or sourcing for you goods and services. But at the end of the day, you probably need to get a link or a particular shop. My point is that shopping can be stressful in this era, considering there's a need to compare and contrast products to save time and money. Imagine without dealing with touts, parking spaces, and even unnecessary walking, resulting in no productivity after failing to find what you've been looking for. It's frustrating. It's exhausting. We know, and we have a solution. Everything Zimbabwean. If you're into business, the way to your business has also changed. You are usually limited to walk-in clients, physical location, and probably this could be a business at home. So you've tried to sell on social media platforms. You even tried to sell up on your own website, but you can't seem to drive enough traffic into your place. You've done website development, hosting, maintenance, but it's definitely time-consuming and very costly. We know this is hard for you. That's why we have created Everything Zimbabwean just for you. Everything Zimbabwean is an online marketplace for buyers and sellers. We exist to create the seamless connection between the buyer and the seller, professionally and candidly. With our dedicated, experienced and skills team, we introduce you to your business to a new and modern way of buying and selling the easy way. So why wait? Get the convenience, get the boost that your business needs, and join the community of buyers and sellers already using everythingzimbabwean.com. Yes, you can do it in the comfort of your own home. Buy it and sell it the easy way.
Good morning to you all. My name is Moses Sibindi. I'm the Chief of Operations at Everything Zimbabwean. On the 2nd of December 2020, we came here to start this journey. And fast forward, on the 27th of January 2022, our website went live. When we started this, our vision was to make sure we create an online platform where different businesses from different small to medium enterprises and individuals from different sectors of the economy can come and open an online shop and then present their profile and the products they sell and be able to sell online and get the things delivered anywhere within Zimbabwe. So this is our first milestone. We have moved and today we are launching this platform that we have created. From the 27th of January to date, we have been engaging with different producers, different customers, and we have been engaging with different vendors, talking to them, trying to understand how do they do their business so that we can find a way to improve our platform so that it will be able to fit and help them and their businesses and their individuals. So this is a brief demo of what our product can do. With our store finder feature, you will be able to identify the exact store that has got the things that you are looking for anyway. If you want to put a distance, want a shop that's 30 kilometers, 5 kilometers, you should be able to identify exactly the shop that is the things that you're looking for. We've also created a storefront for each and every vendor where they can open their shop and arrange their things, and all their products and all the details can be seen in one place. So thank you all for coming here to witness our launch and of our first milestone. And like what has been said before, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. This is our first step.
Thank you. Well, firstly, congratulations.
Thank you.
And secondly, how are your deliveries happening?
Sorry, can you come again?
So how are your deliveries happening? Are you delivering? Is that what you said?
Okay, we haven't started delivering.
Okay.
So we are working with the vendors that we have now,
Okay.
trying to see how they're actually doing their business in terms of delivering, and see if some of the delivery methods that they have can be integrated on our platform so that it becomes a seamless experience.
Cool. Thank you.
Good morning and congratulations on your launch. My question is around payments. What payment options are available for people who would like to purchase goods and services from your website?
That's a very interesting question, and it has been one of the challenges that we've seen, that the target market doesn't accept the payment methods that people are taking that can be done online. So we have been working with them, trying to identify which is the best way to develop for them to get their payments, right? So essentially all of them, 90% of them, can only accept their payments in hard currency, right? They are not accepting in RTGS, in eCocation. If they are accepting in RTGS, it's going to be different rates. Someone is using this rate, the other one is using that rate. But we are developing a way where the seller will get their payment in the form that they are comfortable with. Thank you.
Morning. My name is Norbert. Small question for you. I just wanted to find out, it appears at the moment you are focused on goods. Are you also thinking at services as well? And also on that, how much success have you had with state enterprises when it comes to them joining the platform for the goods?
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, we also offer services. We categorized our platform in different sections to target different needs of different sectors of the economy. If you are selling a car, you'll be able to find your place there, and exactly how it's designed in the way that someone who's selling a car or wants to buy a car can actually search and find their car. If you are offering a service, you're a legal advisor, someone comes here and wants intellectual property and an intellectual property attorney, there is a category that is defined for those who are doing trades and services. There is also a category for those who are into real estate. They'll find their category there. Now, when you come to state-owned enterprises, our target market for now was the small to medium enterprises and individuals, bearing in mind that the greater part of the Zimbabwean economy is in the informal sector. So we are looking at those, and so that they can find their way online. Thank you.
Thank you very much and congratulations. So I hear you saying we are targeting those in the small, medium-sized enterprises. But what if a large corporate wants to sell products or services to individuals who are probably in the same sectors, your informal or small enterprises? Are they able to bring their shop onto the platform?
Yes, any shop, thank you very much for the question. Any shop of any size can open and trade and sell their goods and services on our platform. Even if it's a ministry wants to showcase their products and services on our platform, they can come. If Old Mutual wants to be there, they can come. If 825 wants to be there, they can come and open their profile. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Everything Zimbabwean. If you were listening to his presentation, you must have heard a pain point. To all the developers in the house, did you hear a pain point that they had? Exactly. That's an opportunity for you to launch next. And then there was an opportunity for you as well. Did you hear the opportunity? A big one. A big one. A big green one. I hope you heard that. Make your pitch and refine it for Old Mutual as well. And then we're going to go into Taxpal. Can I have the Taxpal team just coming forward as well? Sorry, I'm also noticing that we're getting questions from our online viewers. We might just need to field those as well, so prepare for those. There was one hard one for Everything Zimbabwean, but you got away with it. We'll allow you to answer to it later. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Taxpal, and they'll be taking us through their presentation.
Many entrepreneurs are so excited when they register their company. However, their happiness is cut short when they approach a financial institution to open a bank account or access funds for their business and realize that a tax clearance certificate is a prerequisite. The fact that many entrepreneurs lack taxation knowledge and can't afford to hire a tax consultant, tax compliance becomes a nightmare for most of them. This is what hinders the growth of small to medium enterprises in the country. The passion to help more than 60,000 registered small to medium enterprises in the country to be tax compliant and increase their business prospects led to the formation of Taxpal Zimbabwe. Taxpal Zimbabwe is the first Zimbabwean online tax calculator designed to help small to medium enterprises to calculate their tax obligations with greater ease, even if they have zero taxation knowledge. There is no need to understand taxable and non-taxable income, allowable and non-allowable deductions, tax tables, or tax credits. All you need to do is answer simple questions and the system will do the rest for you. As a company, we believe that every organization, regardless of its size, must be in a position to calculate and file returns with great ease. Our service is second to none. It is the fastest, easiest, and most reliable way to file your tax returns. Taxpal Zimbabwe, tax made simple.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for gracing this occasion. I am Michael. I'm one of the co-founders of Taxpal Zimbabwe, and this is my partner, Peter Tsai. So to commence our short presentation this morning, I would like to share with you a quotation from Albert Einstein, who is one of the brightest minds that this world has ever seen. He said, and I quote, "The hardest thing to understand in this world is tax." And I bet he was right? So as Taxpal, we came up with a solution to help SMEs to calculate their tax with great ease. And with my partner here, Peter, we developed this system in such a way that you simply answer questions. And as you answer these questions, the platform will be actually calculating how much you're supposed to remit to Zimra. So let's see how you can actually use the platform. So you simply log in, you simply visit our site. There you are, you log in. After you've logged in, if you are calculating your payee, you add your employees there. You input your employee details, create employee. After that, you select your employees, select play. After that, you then answer simple questions. And as you answer those questions, the system will actually calculate in the background. You click next. There you go. You go on to your deductions. You answer simple questions, whether you are paying to NASA or you are making these deductions to pensions. You click next, and instantly you have your payee summary with you. And at the end, the system will also generate the report, the monthly report, and also the annual report. So within minutes, you'll be in a position to know how much you're supposed to pay to Zimra. So as you can see there, you can now see the annual breakdown. And also our system, it also takes into account the interbank rates. So you don't have to worry about the rates. They're actually factored in the system. So basically, that's our platform. Peter, you can say something.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm the developer. We came together more like he was the accountant and I was the one with the programming knowledge. And we put our heads together and we said, what can we make that is going to impact this country? So payee is one of the biggest tax brackets. That's the most complicated one that we saw. And we decided to tackle it straight away so that if you even have a company with hundreds of employees, this can actually generate how much you're supposed to remit to Zimra. And you don't have an excuse of why you can't get your tax clearance from payee. Thank you.
I think we can take the questions.
Thanks very much. Very exciting and interesting. The other quote I know about taxes is like death, taxes are inevitable. And as people grapple with tax, I mean, the service you offer looks great. I wonder if you're looking beyond that into a kind of tax advisory role that you would help companies, individuals navigate the tax system. Are you thinking about that?
So yes, thank you very much. Yes, we will be actually offering tax advisory and tax planning for our clients as well. Yes.
Yeah, over here. Thanks very much. This one I think is a very good innovation. There's definitely a market for it. I just wanted to understand a bit more in terms of it calculates PAYE. Does it also do the other income tax heads, first of all? And then secondly, because I also see an opportunity to actually also even run the payrolls, because those are other pain points, especially for SMEs. Does your system also do that in addition to the tax aspect?
Thank you for the question. At the moment, it doesn't do that, but it's not much of an effort to make it do those extra things as well. Payee, like we were saying, was the most complicated tax head that we tackled, but in the process, we're also doing presumptive taxes. So the moment this hits the market well, then we know that there is an interest of people actually using our platform. We can then engage in other things that we know and they would be interested in. Like you were saying, payroll is directly linked to this one because you already input everything that you use to pay your employees. Then it should then be able to generate your payrolls with that same information as well.
Does it link up directly with Zimra, or can it be linked up to pay them directly? So once it's calculated, to then go ahead and pay.
Thank you. At the moment, it doesn't link to Zimra. We have tried to engage them with Old Mutual, but unfortunately, we had no luck. But what we have done so far is, at the end of the video, if you saw the section with the monthly breakdowns, it is exactly how the form looks like from Zimra, the P2 return. It looks exactly like that. So somebody just sees that information, they can write it down, then just submit it the way it is.
Thank you very much and congratulations. I'm from Zimbabwe Youth Council, where we also assist young people to formalize. How much is it or is it a subscription once off, or thank you?
At the moment it's free because we want people to test it out, but after a few months time we'll be accepting $5 a month payable in RTGS. You'll be able to pay online when the time comes. And we also plan to keep the section of you calculating your tax free, but the monthly and yearly reports will be the ones that require you to have subscribed before you can see those. So you still can calculate per individual, and you can take the effort to write down everything yourself if you want to. That will always be free. But on the monthly and the yearly reports, if you want us to generate those for you, we would then be charging you the $5 a month. Thank you.
Round of applause. Thank you so much for that presentation. And yes, we still are engaging Zimbra. Just to find out, do we have a Zimbra representative present? Not to put you on the spot, but we did extend an invitation. For this reason, I don't think they'll raise their hand now, but I'll look for their faces after. But they have been supporting us in a great way, especially on the computation of these taxes and just encouraging entrepreneurs to do the same. They've come through and they've had workshops with us also on how they can comply with tax. So we are grateful for the work that they are doing and look forward to a continued partnership, especially with Taxpal. Because the output from the system feeds directly into Zimbra's e-filing platform, line for line, and they've designed it that way and intentionally. So our next launch is going to be from Zezuru. Could I have the Zezuru team come forward? Thank you.
Everything. Hi guys, my name is Tatenda Bimpofu. I'm the founder of Zezuru Design Studio. So Zezuru Design Studio is a design and technology company for the construction industry in Zimbabwe. We provide residential design, commercial interior design, 3D visualization, virtual reality, and gaming recreation. Post-value creation challenge initiative has been great. So what we've realized is that they've been enterprise level thinking and innovative thinking within our startup. For example, we started off by having a collaboration with Eight2Five Hub on building a digital experience for the hub itself. So what you find that during the lockdown events, people couldn't really move from one place to the other. So we needed a way for people to experience the Eight2Five Hub and realize what the space is like and how it is to be in the space. So with the Eight2Five Hub team, we came together, built a digital experience of the hub. It's sort of like playing a game, essentially. You log in online, it's all on the cloud. You jump into the Eight2Five Hub space, and then you get to move around, see all the different spaces and what they do, and what type of services and support you can get. And that's a unique thing. That's probably the first time that it has ever happened in the Zimbabwean context. And it's using proprietary technology and very innovative front-end technologies. So we're competing at a global level in that sense. Other than that, we have designed 2 offices for the Old Mutual Group, one in Chitungwiza, one in Ireland. And it was also an innovative approach to design, whereby the staff could design the space as a competition, and then we as designers could interpret the design. And because of our powerful visualization tools, we would really give them a 3D experience of what it would be like to be in the new office space. Well, the future is very interesting and bright. First of all, we're pushing the very latest technologies in the world. This is not just a Zimbabwean thing. So our solutions can be scaled internationally.
Hello guys, how are you? My name is Tatenda B from Zezuru Digital. I know it was written Zezuru Creative there. So there are 2 aspects of my presentation. It's going to be very short. The first one is where we are at right now. And the second one is where we're going, the big vision, what we're trying to tackle. So right now we're a visualization studio. We specialize in recreating environments, both natural and man-made. So if you have a piece of property that you want someone to see from outside the country and buy, we're able to visualize that, put it up on the platform, both as a gaming experience, as virtual reality, as 360, or as just ordinary images as you were seeing there. But the reason why we're doing that is to solve the big problem. The big problem is that every country in the world has a shortage of housing. Every country in the world has a shortage of housing. Housing is one of the most critical problems that we need to solve. Not just housing, but sustainable housing. So what we're actually doing, our vision, if we can then move on to the demo that we have, we're collecting all this 3D data in order to create the first platform that is able to design houses and sell them like an e-commerce platform. So it's like buying a house design on Amazon. So what you're able to do is that on the platform, it's got categories in which you just say, I want to have this house. You can select a house. It gives you the layouts. It gives you the image. These are automatically generated. And then if you click customize, it gets you into a 3D environment where you're able to customize the home design. And at the end, just say purchase. What is particularly unique about this is that the platform itself is able to design the houses. So this is the big vision that we're going through. So currently we're a 3D visualization studio. We're able to visualize any natural environment like Great Zimbabwe, any property like Eight2Five Hub, but that is the big problem that we're trying to solve. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the floor is open to questions. We could take 4 questions for Zezuru.
Thank you. I'll ask a double-barreled question because it has to be one. How do you feel about a clan-specific name in the Zimbabwean market? And because of that question, is your target bigger than the Zimbabwean market? The second question is, how will this relate to your overall objective of addressing housing shortage? Because one of the challenges is actually affordable housing. Yeah. So I've seen quite granite tops and so on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, that's okay. With regards to the first part, the selection of the name was quite intentional. We believe that the idea is big enough to become international. Now, when you look at international companies, the word Sony is Japanese. The word Huawei is Chinese, isn't it? The word Amazon is from Amazon. So we could have chosen any name, but we decided to have a name that was distinctively Zimbabwean. And I think it carries the Zimbabwean brand very well. Then to the second aspect, which was how do you do affordable housing? So the first part of that problem is the one that we're solving. There are 2 aspects of it. There is the cost of construction, and then there's the cost of design. We are solving the cost of design. Now, if you want to design a good home, you need a professional. You need professionals, isn't it? You need an architect, who charges for a residential about 9% of the cost of the building. You need a quantity surveyor, who is going to measure the cost of that building. You need an engineer, isn't it? You need at least 4 or 5 professions. If you're going to then build sustainable housing, you're going to need a sustainable design specialist. Now, all this is being packaged into one platform, one intelligent platform that is able to deliver that for a few $100. And that really solves the problem at scale.
I see no other hands. Is the presentation too technical?
Well, I don't have a question. Thank you. Well, firstly, congratulations.
Yeah.
Secondly, I don't have a question, but I need you to help me with one of my issues.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get in touch, and we'll get you to come through because we need some 3D visuals for our national sports stadium.
Yeah.
And I think you guys will be the right ones.
Yeah.
So we'll.
Thank you so much.
Are the questions over? Sorry, I was just looking at the online questions that are coming from the platform. Are we happy with Zezuru, so we let him go and off the hook? I didn't hear the minister's comment, but... Great. Because as he was coming to the front, I winked at you to let you know that, listen to what he's doing. Okay, so thank you, Zezuru. We have, should I do it? Yes. Or do you want to do it?
No, you can.
We have another.
You sound better than me.
We have another team that's called Tribetron. We have worked with Tribetron since we began Eight2Five, and even quite possibly before Eight2Five began. And we just want to showcase some of the things that they do. I know I can give a lengthy introduction as to who Tribetron is. The Hub members here present know them. Old Mutual is quite familiar with the work that Tribetron has done because they've already developed 2 platforms for us, and we felt this was a fitting occasion for us to showcase some of the things that they're doing also for the Hub. So it's kind of like a soft launch for them, but we will go all out with Tribetron as we present in depth what they're also working on. So to the technical team, if you could just showcase what Tribetron does.
Are you unhappy with the way that you're collecting, storing, organizing, and analyzing data in your organization? Are you having trouble making sense of data from different data sources? Well, look no further. We at Tribetron have created a set of tools to help you collect, manage, and run analytics on data from decentralized data sources. And we've made this task so much simpler than ever before. By simply just using the drag and drop tool, you're able to design, deploy, and operationalize data collection and data analysis, and this will help your business in decision making. Tribetron is your one-stop location for customer feedback, data compliance, and data analysis. And you are also able to customize, design, and deploy data collection tools and data analysis tools, including mobile applications, QR codes, and custom forms. And you don't even have to write a single line of code. How convenient is that? But wait, there is more. You are also able to customize your analytics dashboard by taking advantage of over 100 graphs and chart templates on our dynamic dashboard. And this will help you to keep up and analyze your data trends as well as in your decision making. But wait, there is more. You're also able to integrate your data by connecting different data sets as well as mapping out your data. We've got integration for MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, Excel imports, and external APIs. With Tribetron, you can be happy again.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we are going to give Tatenda and his team ample time to make a proper presentation as to what Tribetron does. I know I'm online, so I'm not sure if I can say where he is, because I'm not sure if he told people where he left and where he was going to, but he's really doing quite well, and he wasn't able to join us today, obviously, because of the business commitments that he has. But the platforms that he has developed for Old Mutual include the automated consent solution that we are happy to talk about, and then he has also developed, now it's messing my mind, I was thinking about it just now. No, it's not. The complaints handler, yes. No, it's not old age. I've just got 3 gray hairs only. I'm not that old, and they're stress hairs. The complaints solution and the automated consent solution are the 2 developers that Tribetron has brought through for us. So we're quite excited about those. They're already working within the organization, and we're looking at how, the rest of the group companies can also adopt that. So we're quite excited about that. But ladies and gentlemen, that does bring to an end the presentations that we have from our entrepreneurs, and that also marks the end of the launch section of this program. I should be giving closing remarks now, but I don't want to be hasty to do that because we still do have a few more minutes. I know the Honourable Minister had indicated she wants to leave at 11:40 on the dot. That leaves us with 8 minutes to interact with her and together with our Old Mutual team as well. Now, as we network, we're not pitching. We have heard the pitches. I know entrepreneurs take every opportunity as an opportunity to pitch. If you are going to pitch, make it 15 seconds and not the 90 seconds that we normally rehearse, right? So I will just allow for a few more minutes for people to just interact before we wrap everything up. Our artist is going to be giving us a musical piece as well. So allow me now to just allow that interaction before we close off with a proper vote of thanks. Thank you. Is Nate close? Yes, thank you. There has to be movement, sorry. I think if I've just received advice from my very learned colleague, that's how lawyers speak to each other. I think it would be more prudent if we close off the session officially and then allow the networking to commence. I also noticed that that was a proper advice, because now everyone just remains seated thinking that we're still in the formal section of the program. So allow me now to just officially end the program now by thanking maybe from the entrepreneurs that are with us at Eight2Five, and thanking you so much for being a part of the Eight2Five family and community, and for coming through to support the other partners that you have been working with and your colleagues over this period. And then I'd also like to extend a thank you to our partners, those that we work with in the different sectors. The team from ZYC, UNICEF is also here represented. Zimbra, I'm not sure even if the hand never went up, but they are here with us, and the development partners that we work with as well. Thank you so much for the collaboration and the efforts that we are looking at getting into going forward. And then for the Old Mutual team, the team that we work with, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity as well. It did not come easy. It has been a long journey since the inception of Eight2Five up until this point, and we're happy that we have finally managed to launch the first 4 startups within the space, and we look forward to doing even greater things. So thank you, CEO. I almost said Honourable CEO. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Lillian and team, together with our British Council partners that we have partnered on the Value Creation Challenge, which is another opportunity that we can look forward to, and we will be launching also in the next coming days, weeks, months, even hours. But just keep online and watch our space for that announcement. That's another great opportunity that we'll be looking to involve entrepreneurs in. And then, as usual, to our Honourable Minister, thank you so much for always being available and having your doors open to us. We really appreciate the opportunity of interacting with you on such platforms. So, ladies and gentlemen, that marks the end of our program. And another question that was asked to me was how we're going to conduct the networking. Now, that's a very difficult question for me to answer. We obviously cannot do it seated, but I would also not encourage people to just be haphazard about it. If one person is talking to one person, allow them to finish, and may that one person that's talking keep it short. Are we together? So I'll allow our Old Mutual team and our delegates, our partners as well, to just come to the front, this area here, where you can then be seen, and we can allow the introductions to then take place between the entrepreneurs that are keen on knowing you. I know UNICEF and E-Exam would want to have a conversation. Honourable Minister and Zezuru would want to have a conversation. I'm pairing people. Old Mutual and is it Taxpal? Yes, Old Mutual and Taxpal will need to have a conversation. And then the rest of us, if you do not have someone from our high power delegation to have a conversation with, I'm available to share any other information that you may have, and we can just talk about Eight2Five. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free as Nate gives us a piece. As maybe now I think we're done. So you can go on. It's free play. Then we'll have eats. Here you go. I know what you think.
You don't come around to see me in the wake up. You don't have the chance to call me on the phone. Hey, yeah, you don't come around to see me on the wake up.
Sometimes you want to have a call and you're at work. So much noise. That's why we have our soundproof places for you to have your calls and for you to not be disturbed. Now, that's basic stuff. Now, we have our strong-proof lockers for you to just be able to have your own space, but at the same time, easy access straight from your desk to your locker, just like that. But what more can you want from an office space? Being able to have your meetings in a very luxurious place. Now, you can start from the small spaces into your own office, growing from one level to the next with your business. Isn't that the whole point of having a business? Growing it. We want to grow with you. We want to tell your story with you, about you and your business, and how you're slowly growing it. This is Eight2Five, where we're more than just a space. Isn't that what you want? after being a part of the lockdown, feeling at home once you're at work, and our security is here to make sure that none of your goods go missing, to make sure that you feel safe, you feel cared for. This is 8-5, where we make your dreams come true.
What's up? Oh gosh, I've got a meeting. Walk with me. So what you want to know?
So where is 8-5 Hub located?
8-5 is in the heart of the CBD. Corner Jason and First. It's a big white building opposite or diagonally opposite to Batanai Gardens, and it's on 4th floor.
How do I get membership?
Membership is pretty easy. We are not a rigid organization. All we just simply want to know is, are you registered? If you're not, we will help you. Then you can pick any space that you want, either the hot desks, you can pick the private offices, you can pick the dedicated desks, and be a member. Maybe sometimes you don't want to have that commitment, but you can come for a day, have a day's rate, a week's rate, and just work. Yeah, anyway, I have to leave you. I have a Zoom call.
Greatness is everywhere. It's with her. With him. And it can be with you. It's just a matter of embracing the moment. Making the right decisions. Living a life of peace. Taking a shot at it. Growing with it. And enjoying the connection. Dare to live a life of convenience via My Old Mutual, a digital platform where you can bank, insure, and invest easily via the channel of your choice. Old Mutual is a registered financial services provider in Zimbabwe. Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
They say a wise man or woman leaves behind an inheritance for his or her children and grandchildren. We all want the best for our dependents, for our spouses and children. And we work hard